Hi Gemini, apple of my eye. Sorry it's taken me a little bit to get your 2026 reading out. We're still at the beginning of the year though. Happy New Year. All right, we're gonna jump into it because these readings are a little bit longer since they're yearly readings. A couple of things, I'm open for private readings. All the information's down in the description box below. Please make sure that you check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. And then be sure to put your name and a money bag sign down below. By the way, my December winner is Julia Cooper. I still haven't heard anything from her yet. So, Julia, if you're out there, I made a comment on your thing. So, you are my December winner. So, I'd like to do your reading. Okay, the storm. The storm. That's your archetype for the overarching year. So we're going to get your archetype. We're going to pull 12 cards. I've got your astrology pulled up here. 2026 is all about identity shifting, since we did so much shedding this last year. Okay. Well, maybe. We did all of this. What's going on, Gemini? Okay, we have the storm and the devil starting off, but we have the strength card for February, so that's good. In January, Neptune goes into Aries on January 26th, and so you're going to become a lot more aware of emotional distance, I feel like. Surface level connections are going to start to feel empty. I'm gonna make sure I'm not losing track here. Okay, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. You crave friendships to lovers energy and shared vision more. It's gonna be like, I want someone who gets me, not just is there for entertainment, kind of. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A couple more. So this begins to dissolve relationships that are just kind of based off of convenience, you know, and banter. For your career, big ideas could definitely start to flood in January, but it could still feel a little bit chaotic. Your sense of public and long-term direction might need a little bit of updating, especially with these limiting beliefs out here with the devil card. So the motivation, I think, is going to be there, but your purpose is still needing a little bit more direction here. So there's some type of repression, some type of shadow aspects that are going on here, that we still probably lingering from this last year. Oh, okay. That we need to move on from. For February, Saturn moves into Aries on the 13th. So this is important for you because it hits your community, audience, long-term goals, like your public self. We need one more here. With love, you will probably get a little bit more serious about who has access to you, especially like we have the strength card. We pulled the strength card for February, so I feel like that's you really taking control over your belief systems. And like I said, it's going to be getting serious about your interpersonal relationships. The inconsistency or unserious type of energy that's going on around you, like we're starting to really love ourselves here. We're starting to make the changes that we need, have the confidence, have the the inner power. Okay, we're going to leave these off to the side here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. All right, we got all the tarot out. We're also going to get some shadow cards and abundant attraction at the very end. And then we'll talk about the storm as well. So, in February, we're overcoming things. Professional areas might need boundaries. Clarifying your expectations would be good. Choosing quality over, like, quantity is a good theme for this. You just really defining, like, who you are. Excuse me, sorry. Just trying to shake off that energy here. Kind of like what's going on between like January and February. Like, I said, I feel like you are noticing the things that are keeping you stuck, that aren't serving you with those superficial beliefs and things of that nature. So in March is a pretty big month for all the signs. We have a lunar eclipse that's going on, and then we also have Mercury retrograde. We pulled the 7 of Cups here, which is normally a very daydreamy, illusionary energy. So all the things that we are trying to get rid of at the beginning of the year could definitely be eclipsed out here. Be wary of, some type of escapism. It could just bring you more choices, though. But we're needing to have, I feel like, a lot more grounded energy within this, like, all this stuff that's going on. Old relationship narratives could resurface in this moment, since obviously there's a Mercury retrograde. This might be a moment where you've realized, like, where you kind of been over adapting and shape shifting to be liked. This guy's looking at all these things, and, like, he has all these different desires, and like I said, I think we're really needing to try to find our authenticity. If you're currently in a relationship, there could be a truth point that comes up this month as well, where you realize, like, you don't have to mirror anyone to be chosen. Which, speaking of, I got a new tattoo, and guess what it is? It's a mirror. The mirror with an all-seeing eye. Oh, hold on one second, Gemini, sorry. Okay, sorry, Gemini, that was my son. So, all right, we're in March, and we're talking about how we don't need to be a mirror and to be chosen anymore. So, let's go down to, well, I'll say, as far as your career goes, maybe editing your image and your message. Stop saying yes automatically to everything. I think we kind of talked about that with, like, fixing your adaptability, especially as we move into April here. This is where we have the Chariot, so I feel like the year is going to start to take a turn for you here, especially because Uranus enters into your sign on April 25th. So this is a massive, massive shift for you. With the Chariot, there's going to be a lot of direction, focus, determination, concentration on the things that you want. It could be in your career, a sudden redirection. Your voice changes. We're bolder, we're louder, we're, like, we need space to be yourself here. You might crave a lot of freedom and authenticity in your relationship, since we are doing a lot of work earlier in the year on this deal. There could be some sudden starts and stops between, like, going back and forth between old energy and new energy here. But this is you moving forward, you charging ahead, and not looking back. So I love that for you. I love that for you, Gemini, apple of my eye. In May, this is normally the integration month from the big transits that were happening in the beginning of the year here. We also will have another integration month later on in the year with Saturn. So this is more like from Neptune moving into Aries, but we pulled the Three of Swords in reverse here, so that's releasing, having forgiveness, having recovery. This is where probably your emotional steadiness will come into play. You finally realize like that you don't need constant excitement to feel alive. Like you're not chasing the chaos anymore. Like I said, we get focused, we get determined, we ground ourselves into what our direction is going to be, and we're needing to release any type of distraction at this time. As far as your career, I would say that you need to start positioning yourself strategically on where you would like to go. Choosing sustainability over novelty is a good theme here. There's a lot of, like I said, there's some shadow beliefs of back there that we start off the year with, where you don't need to be chasing the stimulation, the chaos, and the validation, the external validation of other people anymore. So I wonder if we'll get some things around that with the shadow deck whenever we get that out. All right, for June, Jupiter's been in Cancer since last June and will be up until this coming June, and then it transits into Leo on the 30th. So in early June, there could be a lot of healing around emotional security. Cancer rules the 4th house, so and trust. You could start to feel more open and expressive, feeling like it's okay to be seen. We have the Three of Wands for June, so normally the Three of Wands is that expansive, is that growth energy, but it came up in reverse here, so make sure that you're paying attention to any type of maybe obstacles or delays, maybe an arrogant energy, since we finally have released some things. I don't know, to me sometimes that can be used as fuel. My particular chart, anytime I go through a heartbreak, or I overcome some of my limiting beliefs or something like that, like my healing process, I just use it as fuel to the fire. I'm like, let's do this. Like a phoenix rising. So, but watch out for over grandiosity mindset is kind of what I'm getting at, though. Don't dim your light, but like at the same time, like humility, okay? Just like a little bit of humility is good. Confidence. I mean, just like confidence is a good thing as well. So, don't minimize yourself, that's for sure. Okay, July. Now Jupiter will fully be into Leo at this point, and we pulled the Hangman for you. So this could be a time, like the month before we were talking about delays and things like that with the Three of Wands in reverse. This could be a time for that recalibration, kind of a doldrummy period, the waiting period here, but we're needing to see something in a new light. The Hangman is this archetype of, having enlightenment and turning the perspective on top of the head here, so that way he can see better views. And so with love, you definitely could get more attention this month. But because you're having this new perspective, I think that you don't have to feel over performative. You can just be expressive to what you want. With your career, you could gain a lot of recognition this month. The overall thing is to say the thing and share the thought, and just be yourself, really. So August is a big thing. We have a Leo solar eclipse, and we also have a Pisces lunar eclipse as well. We did pull the Seven of Wands in reverse here for August. With these eclipses, there definitely could be some more obstacles that happen as well. But it's all for the greater good. And, you know, like it's outgrowing different relationship stories, things of that nature could be a theme. It's just realizing, like, normally he is the sign of, like, perseverance and overcoming, like, obstacles and things of that nature. There could definitely be some stuff that's below the surface, but he's normally trying to find some type of control here. And I think being truthful is, like, it's going to be unavoidable at this point. It's going to be like, you can't pretend like you don't see the stuff that you've worked on through the entire year here anymore. So follow your truth and not what feels comfortable and familiar from back here. This is like I said, this is a year of a big identity shift and following who, you know, our truest north. And the only way to do that is to go through truth. So, all right. Let's see, September. This is whenever we have the Saturn integration from February that's going on up here, that February 13th, where Saturn moved into Aries as well. And so this is the month where all of the integration starts to happen. You could also, if you're single, or like this could be a good month for love. And even if you are single, this could be you pairing, you know, some type of partnership of any kind, really, just having, you know, somebody that steps up into your tribe, or it could be a work situation, or it even could be just you harmonizing your masculine and feminine energies within yourself. Just like I said, some type of connection, some type of partnership that's going to be here to help you along your path could be happening in September. They're definitely, you know, emotional consistency, clear communication, you know, like not mixed signals. Things could just finally make sense, you know, for you here. Which kind of brings us into October, but we do have a Venus retrograde here. But you have the moon in reverse. Normally the moon upright is your subconscious and its illusions, but with the moon in reverse, that's clarity, that's consciousness, that's truth that's happening here, which we have really honed in on. And actually, once I'll show you what December is too, but it seems like the latter half of the year, like you are really going to be focused on like what is true to me here. With Venus retrograde, though, there definitely could be some old relationship patterns that pop up for you as well. Things to look at would be attraction versus attachment. Freedom versus avoidance is another one. This is looking at like, I want real depth, because we had talked about the superficiality connections that aren't working for us anymore, and not just a bunch of options. You Geminis love your options. So I think you're going to finally like want to have the deep end, you know. This is a good month to look over your finances as well with Virgo. It's Virgo season during September. So, well, Leo and then Virgo basically. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Virgo. Virgo and then Libra. But, yeah. So, I think also this could be a month where, like in your career, if there's some type of underpayment that's happening within your career, like you really know who you are. Like I said, we're stepping into our authenticity. We're seeing our truth And so feeling underpaid is going to probably feel a little bit intolerable. November, the Venus retrograde will end here. And we did pull the Five of Pentacles here. Now with these people, like, this is normally hardship. A lack of resources and things of that nature. And they're out in the snow. And they're walking away from a church that has the Five Pentacles in it. And, I mean, really, if they would just turn around, they could see, like, that they could go inside. But instead, they feel like they're out in the cold. And some type of victimization that's going on here. So, in love, we may need to have some type of boundaries as well. Like I said, with an insecure energy out here. There could be some type of unexpected movement as well that's going on after the Venus retrograde. Don't go back to the past here, so that way you don't end up into the Five of Pentacles energy as well. It's Taurus energy, so stand by your choices though. And like I said, just think things very thorough and make sure that it's going to be serving your highest good here. Like I said, I think this is the latter half of the year. There's a lot of truth that's coming up for you. With December, Uranus still continues to is activating in your sign. Relationships could feel chosen and not compulsive, especially right here. At the end of the year, you are fully standing in truth here. We have the Ace of Swords. You speak your mind to solve your problems today. So your voice is very clear. You have a more clear role. You have a clear path. You realize that you don't have to be everything. You don't have to be all these little cups here. You can just be you. It's really, like I said, it's honing in on who you truly are. And I think accepting who you truly are here. There could be a lot of shadows behind conflict about your confidence as well, because the Queen of Wands had popped out with the Five of Swords also whenever I got your December card. So there could be an over theme of needing to check your self-worth and your confidence throughout the year. Let's look at the storm. Let's look at the storm here. Oh. Okay. All right, yeah. The chaos, the whirlwind, the disorder. The storm lays bare the truth that there are forces larger than you. This understanding is a relief, but also a predicament of power that requires your surrender. So it's exactly what we were talking about. It's kind of like the Tower card. So breaking down a very unstable foundation to be rebuilt is going to be an overall theme here. When all else fails, go within. There for a moment you can settle into the eye of the storm. It's basically to rebalance your equilibrium. You know, to see the things that aren't serving us. It says the storm is a great equalizer. No matter how far we've come on the path, no matter our age, wealth, or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety and make it impossible to think or to see and think straight. You must wait it out. If you try to fight the storm, you will lose. So it's always a it's always a necessary. I love a good tower moment, honestly. I think that might be something else with inside of me that well, the way that I look at the tower, I'm just like, it's a necessary crumbling of some sort, you know? Like, if I want to grow, if I want to move along, like universe, please kick my butt into the right direction. Save me the time. I'd rather rip the Band-Aid off. You know what I mean? Let's just get this shit on over with here. Okay, let's check out your shadow cards. Might have a Scotia masochism, though. That's my shit. Not your shit. Okay, well, look at that. We have Reckless out here. So, acting like you don't care and waiting for it to crash and burn. What do you know? Be warned, it's easier to change the course now that it's now than to clean up the mess later on. Okay. We also have energy drain as well. That's probably that energy around those superficial relationships here. Like, who you give your energy to is extremely important. Your time, your energy are your most powerful forms of currency. And if you choose to spend your energy not in places that are serving you, it will only deplete you. Just seek opportunities that rejuvenate you. Spirit, what else do we have for Gemini for 2026? What else do we have for Gemini for 2026? Reality check. Man, this support. There we go. We might... Gemini, it seems like you're going to have one hell of a year, okay? Like... I wish I could be like, yeah, this is gonna be it, but this is gonna be a year that you're like gonna wake the fuck up. Okay, I love that for you. I really do. That's awesome. And I mean, we pulled reality check with support, so like you're gonna get rid of all the stuff that's not necessary for you anymore. It says, you have big dreams, but are your goals achievable? Contemplate fantasy versus reality, because manifestation without work is delusion. Sometimes it's necessary to ask for help, and that's okay. Words are hard. Okay. Accept assistance when offered. You don't have to do it alone. So, I said there might be a level of needing to stick it out with people that really care about you. Direct your energy towards things that are working for you. Getting rid of that toxic shit. And like I said, just waking up to like truth of every situation here. Okay, let's try to get a good abundant attraction card. There are some shadow cards in this deck, but I love this deck because most of the time it's talking about, you know, accelerated manifestation of some sort. So, Spirit, what do we have for Gemini for 2026? What do we have for Gemini for 2026? Okay, this keeps coming up. Energy leakage, it's the same thing. Like where your attention goes, energy flows. Make sure that you are staying away from distractions and relationships that just suck the life out of you. We did get prosperous estate as well. There could be some type of physical asset that some of y'all might be receiving this month. Make sure that you use your blessings wisely, especially with all this tower reckless energy that's going on here. Like I said, it could definitely be some type of 3D asset. Could be a home, could be an inheritance, could be just something. It's giving very much pinnacle energy here. physical reality. We also have blocked heart, so needing to open the heart chakra. I feel like that's the embodiment of the truth that's coming in for you here. Just looking at like what is blocking your abundance, really. A lot of times they're emotional blueprints of the past, and it's just stuff that we need to release, which, like we talked about, this month should be a very big month for your like releasing of your emotional baggage and things of that nature, addictions, all that other stuff. Do we have anything else for Gemini? Do we have anything else for Gemini? Okay, well, like I said, kind of seems, I'm not gonna lie to you, it kind of seems like it's gonna be a little bit of a rough year for you. Wish I had better news. And the best part is that you have free will and you're able to make decisions to change the outcomes. So make wise choices, Gemini. Okay? Make wise choices. You can alter the trajectory of your life with every decision that you make. You can wake up, you know, in the present moment and decide that this is the way that I'm going to go and I'm not going to go back the other way. So that's the beauty of being human. We get to make decisions all the time. So anyway, this is what I have for you for 2026. Make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe. Your engagement is so important to me right now. We're still trying to grow this channel, and we made over 1,000 subscribers, so I love each and every one of you that are here. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you comment your name with a money bag sign as well, so that way you can be entered to win that free reading, and then hit the bell so that way you know whenever the readings post and you know whenever the winner is announced. Like I said, I'm still waiting on Julia, so Julia, if you see this, let me know. Anyway, I love you so much, Gemini, and I'll catch you on the next one. I can't wait to do like your current energy readings. I'm gonna get them out pretty soon, so I love you. Bye.